Finally, soon after we got off air last night, Angus Taylor signalled his intentions. Someone has to rescue the sinking ship of the Liberals and the Coalition. But not even Taylor's strongest backers would portray his initial outing as compelling.
The situation right now is devastating for Australians, and for that reason, we need to urgently restore confidence in the Liberal Party. That means we need strong leadership.
As expected, Taylor's resignation triggered a series of others from his supporters today in the all-too-common orchestrations of these affairs.
I've tendered my resignation as a member of the Shadow Cabinet.
I had to resign my position on the Shadow Ministry.
I've just come from tendering my resignation.
I handed my resignation.
And there's been plenty more today. This all played out theatrically to put pressure on Sussan Ley. But the opposition leader fought back not on the airwaves, but online with a series of Insta posts showing her smiling face with various words that really highlight what most of us want but haven't been getting. Soon enough, Taylor backed up his resignation by declaring his bid for the leadership. And for a party that needs votes in the city, it had a pretty agrarian feel.
Our country is in trouble. The Labor government has failed and the Liberal Party has lost its way. I'm running to be the leader of the Liberal Party because I believe that Australia is worth fighting for. I believe we need strong and decisive leadership that gives Australians clarity, courage and confidence in providing a vision for the future.
The 3 C's, a bit of alliteration never goes astray, but that was a better pitch to the public, although light on for specifics. What matters most at the moment, though, is Taylor's pitch to his colleagues who'll meet in Canberra tomorrow morning to decide the leadership based on their assessment of the current crisis.
The Liberal Party is at the worst position it has been since 1944 when the party was formed.
This cannot go on. If it goes on, there'll be nothing left of the Liberal Party by the next election.
It has been a turmoil, it has been disastrous, we've been in a death spiral and we need to get out of it.
If we do not make this change, we will be wiped out.
I've been contacted every day by Tasmanians, by Australians who feel that the Liberal Party has let them down.
There are many factors at play here: ideological and policy differences, factional and personal rivalries and ambitions. But primarily, it always comes down to cold, hard mathematics in politics. And one of Taylor's key backers explained that in telling terms.
Almost 5 million Australians voted for us. They put their trust in us. Over the last 9 months, according to the most recent opinion polls, 2.1 million of those people have since deserted the coalition. That's more than 200,000 votes a month. It's more than 50,000 votes a week. It's more than 7,000 votes a day. This cannot go on. If it goes on, there'll be nothing left of the Liberal Party by the next election.
Yeah, and there's other maths in play now too, with revelations the government's debt will soon top $1 trillion, $1,000 billion of debt owed by the federal government for all of us to pay with taxes now and into the future. But even with its deeply worrying economic management, the Albanese Labor government is getting away scot-free in Parliament because of the shambles on the opposition benches.
The idea that we would take lectures on debt from those opposite is preposterous, after the mess that they've left us and the efforts that we have put in to cleaning up that mess, Mr Speaker. The member for Fairfax is the only person considered incapable of retaining his spot as the Deputy Leader of the Liberal Party, Mr Speaker. But he should take some comfort from the fact, that the last guy who failed as Shadow Treasurer now considers himself entitled to a promotion.
Yeah, smug, arrogant, full of hubris, not being held to account. That's Labor right now. The Liberals need to take the next step to turning that around tomorrow. Economics is Taylor's strong suit. Sussan Ley hasn't had much of a go, but she hasn't had much of an impact. She's been almost invisible. I mean, as we revealed last night, she hasn't even put out an immigration policy. Immigration's too high, and we've got 3,000 people coming in from Gaza under some sort of secrecy. Did I hear you right? Did you just say you're on the cusp of releasing an immigration policy?
I said we were on the cusp of releasing that policy before the Bondi terrorist attack, before that massacre. So we'd done a lot of work on the policy, and obviously, given what happened at Bondi.
So when will you release the policy? I mean, your party, your coalition parties are bleeding on this issue. It's a front of mind concern for so many Australians. They're flocking to One Nation because One Nation are clear on immigration, and here you are still sitting on an immigration policy.
Well, you know what happened at Bondi. The immediate reaction to Bondi from the coalition was to focus on what needed to be done following that terrorist event. And there's obviously been a number of things that have occurred at the front end of this year which have diverted attention from the release, the finalisation of the policy.
Yeah, the government is vulnerable on immigration and on the economy, but it's not even having to duck any attacks. No wonder some key MPs are shifting to Taylor, and that's all he needs, just a few. Don't forget he'll bring heavy hitters Jacinta Nampijinpa-Price and Andrew Hastie back into the fray, presumably, and assemble a stronger frontbench team. To make this as painless as possible, Ley really ought to resign with dignity. Demand a decent frontbench spot if she wants, but make it all quick and clean and help the party move on.